Imagine you're climbing a mountain. You've been pushing for 6 grueling hours when suddenly the sky darkens and a violent storm rolls in. Your guide tells you the safest choice is to turn back immediately, but another climber refuses. He argues he's already put 6 exhausting hours into this ascent. He can't quit now. Notice the flaw in that logic. Those 6 hours are gone. Whether he continues toward the summit or turns back to base camp, those hours can never be recovered. If you resonate with the urge to push forward, you're experiencing a widespread cognitive trap. Our brains are naturally wired to let an unchangeable past destroy our future. The sunk cost fallacy is continuing a failing action purely because resources have been spent. Once struck into the past, they are gone forever. Traditional economics assumes a rational decision maker ignores these unrecoverable costs, weighing only upcoming costs against upcoming benefits. But in reality, we cling to all sorts of unrecoverable resources. We fixate on money already spent, years dedicated to a hated degree, or emotional energy in failing projects. While pure mathematics dictates we should evaluate our choices based solely on future gains, human psychology instinctively fights to protect past losses. In the 1980s, researchers like Richard Thaler began to bridge the gap between economics and psychology. They wanted to know why real human decisions systematically deviate from rational mathematical models. Working alongside Amos Tversky, Daniel Kahneman developed prospect theory, which identifies a core psychological glitch. Humans possess a disproportionate, irrational hatred of experiencing loss. Walking away forces the brain to accept a painful loss. Continuing postpones that pain, even when logic says stop. The brain improperly links, "I have invested a lot," with "I must continue," though mathematically these two ideas are unconnected. That biological drive to avoid the immediate emotional sting of an admitted loss is exactly what blinds us to much larger, cascading losses in our future. You can see this happen at a restaurant. If you force yourself to eat until you feel sick just because you paid for it, you end up paying twice, once with your wallet and once with your health. We scale this up to our personal lives, remaining in stagnant, unhappy relationships simply to justify the 10 years we've already spent in them. This behavior often leads to an escalation of commitment, where we throw new, valuable resources into a failing project to avoid admitting the initial waste. A gambler who loses $1,000 bets another $1,000 to win it back, trapping themselves in an expanding cycle of debt. At the macro level, governments routinely continue multi-billion-dollar infrastructure projects that no longer make sense, solely because half the budget is already gone. Whether it's a movie ticket or a $5 billion bridge, the disaster's architecture is identical. We sacrifice our future to resurrect an unchangeable past. To be clear, not all persistence is irrational. Many successful ventures require enduring long periods of initial loss before they find success. The boundary for rational persistence lies in the evidence. The decision to push forward must be driven entirely by credible evidence of future success, never by the sheer weight of past investments. Past failures can yield valuable learning and skills, but those future benefits must be calculated entirely separately from the unrecoverable cost itself. Highly effective decision makers break the fallacy by asking one specific question. Knowing what I know today, would I make this decision again? The moment you can truthfully answer no to that question and walk away, you sever your emotional timeline. This frees your remaining resources to be redirected toward genuine opportunity. Imagine a sea captain who discovers a fatal breach in the ship's hull halfway across the vast ocean. The crew demands they keep sailing forward to justify the 500 kilometers they've already traveled, but the captain realizes that the ocean does not care about their past distance. Past distance cannot keep a sinking ship afloat. Survival depends entirely on the decisions made from the present moment onward. Letting go of an unrecoverable past prevents yesterday from becoming a chain that drags your future decisions underwater.